Are you looking for the hottest news out of the obstacle racing scene? Want to stay up to date on the freshest info, the latest podiums, and hear interviews with the who's who in OCR? Well, you've come to the wrong place. Well, some of that you'll find here. But we're not the media. This is not ORM, OCM, OCRM, ORCM. This is OCR Talk.
Hello, this is Jason Dupree.
And Anna Landry.
And this is OCR Talk, Season 4, Episode 2, because I'm done counting episodes. Forget that.
I was just about to ask, is that 42?
We're quite close to 60. I mean, it might be 60.
Okay.
I just don't care anymore. Well, I had a chat with David Mainprize and Sid Morris earlier from Battle of the Lions. David Mainprize, most known from Conquer the Gauntlet, and most recently from Young Lions and a all-kids race. And then Sid, of course, from Battle OCR and from Build Crew for OCR, WC, and NORAM. So we talked all about their new thing, Battle of the Lions, and it was pretty cool. So we're just going to do a little intro here and play that afterwards. Unfortunately, Anna, you didn't get to join us because of...
So I'll be hearing it for the first time.
You didn't get to join us because of tech-related... What machine?
Non-podcast related. Our ultrasound machine.
Ultrasound tech support problems. So it's kind of a funny thing to say, but... New
adventures.
Well, let's just do the first shoot. I guess we can spend a couple minutes catching up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we say what you're doing this weekend?
We will have, as Will puts it, boots on the ground for the Jacksonville Spartan race.
Nice. So it's all official and not private or anything?
As far as I know, it's official. I think we had to go talk to legal and everything because it wasn't actually Spartan restricting spectators and everything. It was actually local authorities per Spartan. Okay. So we just there was a few things we had to do.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you're going to be there with your gimbal.
Yeah.
With cell service,
my
probably.
Gimbal and poor cell service.
We're going to be like, all right, don't leave the start line because that's where all the signal is.
Yeah. And I will be, and just in case, like, I registered for the 7:45 a.m. trail race.
Nice.
So Spartan got a registration out of me.
Well, if nothing
probably
else.
Like my first one in like 4 years.
You'll just be running
3
around.
or 4 years or something.
And they're going to be like,
yeah.
They're going to be like, are you supposed to be here? And you're like, yeah, I'm running the trail race. And they're like, the trail's over there. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm lost. I got lost.
Trail runners get lost. It happens all the time. It's a thing.
It's normal. Don't worry about it.
It's completely normal. And I will be freshly off my second dose of the vaccine.
Oh, right on. Very cool.
Yeah, like I literally, we're recording this on a Thursday. I literally get it tomorrow on Friday. Nice. And then I fly out on Saturday morning.
Is it like the second you get it, you're good? Or is there like an incubation period?
I don't know. From what several people have been saying, like as soon as you get the first Pfizer vaccine, you're like 90% covered. And then now they're coming out with a new Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is a 1-dose vaccine, and you're like 70% covered. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can say that at least. You got that much.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, we will be attempting to provide live coverage for the race. And the live coverage, the live feed that I'm going to be having up is going to go whether the cell signal is good or not. So it will continue for the whole race period. But if the signal is bad, we'll just have a little thing saying technical difficulties. But as much video footage as we can get through, we're going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to step up my IG live game because I know we'll be posting a lot of stuff through the OCR report Instagram.
Yeah, is Kim gonna just steal from what we got, or you gonna? I guess if you lose signal, I don't know how to do both.
Or I don't know if I log in. I don't know what's easiest.
Yeah,
I guess we're just gonna have to figure out what works on the fly whenever I get out there and how good the cell service is.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll do some testing when
we
you
shall
get there
see
and find out.
Yes.
I have not run nearly enough because of the winter storm that came through, and made excuses, but I still got outside and like sweat it because I went out and snowboarded on my skateboard and stuff, and I went and ran and worked out earlier this week, and man, it felt rough. Probably the worst I've ran in quite a while, but it was also the first time I did an upper body workout in quite some time, and you got to keep on top of that stuff.
Yeah. I'm a little worried that that's the same boat I'm going to be in because with our not our grand opening, I guess, but our opening, I was running around doing other things like for work and like all that other stuff fell by the wayside. So like it was literally like wake up in the morning at like 4, get ready for work, go to work, come home, do my grad school homework. And by the time I was done with homework and done cooking and eating dinner and like seeing my family, it was already like 9:30 at night. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And that was like every night. But yeah, like you said, I can make excuses. Like, could I have ran at 10 o'clock at night? Yeah, sure. I could have gotten on my treadmill, but did I want to? Yeah. Or did I have like the mental capacity to? Probably not.
Well, prepared for it or not, next weekend I'm going to Eagle Rock Loop and doing half of that trail one day, camp that night, and do the other half the next day. So
nice.
I may be tired, but it will be fun.
Nice. That sounds like fun, though.
Yeah.
That sounds like the kind of exhaustion that you don't know you're exhausted until like you're done.
Right. Trail running camping trip. It's going to be pretty rad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, well, let's go over our housekeeping stuff. We, are part of the OCR Report family of podcasts, and we're happy to be working with that team, and that's part of why you're going down to the Jacksonville race, and that's actually where the live stream will be, is on the OCR Report YouTube page. So check it out there. We've got a Threadless store.
Fingers crossed.
Hey, let's do this back and forth. Do you probably don't have that pulled up, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Talk about the Threadless store.
The Threadless store is, what is it? The OCRreport.threadless.com. Yep. So you can get all your swag from all your favorite podcasts, Obstacle Running Adventures, OCR Talk, World's Toughest Podcast, even a Jack Goris and OCR Covens swag up there. Just go to that website and order.
Yeah. We have an EndurElite code REF10. Wait, is that even the case anymore? No. Not even the OCR report one? That's right.
I don't think so.
Do we have a giveaway for EndurElite?
Yes, we do have another giveaway.
We've kind of missed on February here.
Yes.
We did one for January, right?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
I mean, maybe they're not being strict.
Yeah, February kind of flew by.
Yeah. I mean, it's only got so
February
kind of
flew by, but it's all right.
All right. So we don't have a like our normal shirt giveaway or whatever at the moment, just because everything's been going on. It's been kind of crazy. So for now, EndurElite, by the time we record next, if you comment on one of our posts on Facebook or Instagram, then you will get entered into getting a free can of Performalite.
Or whatever other
What else are they giving away?
Just product.
Oh, okay. Product in general. Nice.
Product of your choice.
You get product. Goes down smooth. How about the...
Although I do have a tub of Sustainelite because I bought the carb shot.
Yeah.
I bought the liquid carb shot. So now I have like the tub of Sustainelite and the carb shot that I have yet to open because I have the tub of the powder Sustainelite. So I don't know. What am I going to do?
I got 3 bottles of the what's the tabs? The
Oh, the electrolyte
tabs because they were selling them. They were basically giving them away for free because they had clumped up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. So I think they're trying to reformulate. They're trying, maybe, I don't know. They might be trying to reformulate those because I honestly was not a fan of how those dissolved.
All right.
They were quite clumpy.
Tell us about the OCR Report Instagram.
The OCR Report Instagram is at the OCR Report. We'll be hopefully doing some IG stories this weekend in Jacksonville. I think Will's doing a sticker giveaway.
Oh yes, that's right.
Well, yeah, we forgot to mention that. So, and I'm trying to find his number right now. Oh
yeah, if you text stickers to his number, he will send you a stack of each of the OCR Report podcast stickers. So ours,
yes,
Obstacle Running Adventures,
yes,
OCR Coven, World's Toughest Podcast, all that good stuff. And while you're looking that up,
okay,
you got it.
It is, yeah, it is 619-485-2726. Although I don't sound quite as cool.
485-2726. Nice.
Stickers and he already did his Gooder Glasses giveaway.
Oh yeah. And so we talk about Battle of the Lions, and they make some great points about. Whenever I talk to them, they make great points about. If you want races to happen, sign up for them. And obviously, not everybody has the expendable income to be able to put that money out there, even if it gets deferred later. So if you do sign up, if it happens, it'll be because people signed up. And they said, if this goes well, then there will be a battle OCR later this year. So it just all depends on how the signups go. So go to...
It sounds like a pretty cool concept. I can't wait to hear it.
Yes.
To hear what y'all talked about.
Yeah, pretty rad. So go to battleofthelions.com. They've got a code going on right now for 20% off. BOTL is the code to get that 20% off.
Nice.
And I think that covers it. We actually the only other bit of news that I had on my list was talking about the OCRWC having Red Bull as a sponsor now.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that.
Pretty awesome, and we do talk about that for a split second with David and Sid. I would love to see them do some amazing live coverage the way they do other events.
Oh yeah,
that would be so awesome. But
yeah, that would be totally awesome.
We may not see that, this year. It might be something for later. But I think the biggest thing I wanted to say about it is, I wonder if people realize how much money Red Bull has, and the way that I think I get it is they have two teams out of 13 teams in F1. F1 is the most elite, highest end car racing league in the world, and the teams pour so much not god awful, but tons and tons of money into these teams. And Red Bull has two. They are the only team that has two teams. So they actually have four cars that race. Two people per team.
Crazy. Those cars are like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like just the maintenance and the technology that goes into building those cars. It's insane.
So yeah, that's Red Bull. Who knew?
Who knew?
All right, Anna, do you need to get going?
Yeah, I gotta cook some dinner.
Awesome. This was a perfectly timed 15 minutes here.
Perfectly timed.
You take it easy, and everybody else, stick around. Right after this is my chat with David and Sid.
Enjoy.
Thanks for joining me. This is, we got Sid Morris and David Mainprize from Battle of the Lions. I don't have Anna on the line at the moment, but she may or may not join us later. But Sid, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How you been?
I'm doing good.
How's the family?
Great. We just dealt with a whole week of ice and snow and played in the snow
crazy.
bunch.
It's crazy. Did you lose power?
We did not.
No.
Oddly. I think it's just our neighborhood, but
yeah.
How'd you guys fare?
We did good. I mean, it was only cold for like 2 days, and then it went back to normal. Hey, baby, I'm in the podcast. Like I say hello. Way, hello.
Aww.
How's it going?
Okay.
Man, that kid's getting big.
Oh yeah, he's getting big. Well, anyway, so we're here to talk about Battle of the Lions.
That's right.
Yeah, as the listeners know, we don't do interviews, but
Nope.
I am
Talk.
super excited to be talking with you guys and just chatting and to hear all about this, because me and Anna were going to talk about it anyways. So now that we've got you guys on the line to be able to hear y'all talk about it too, and actually we'll get a lot of our questions answered that we were going to have in the first place.
Cool. So, you want me to start?
Yeah, if you don't mind, share with us how you guys got this started.
All right. So, well, I mean, you're one of the people too. A few people always recommend me reaching out to David at one point in time. That his obstacles were amazing, his events were awesome, from different projects he has done, and over the years, people always saying, get in touch with David. You know, David's a good guy, this and that. So I had the opportunity to work with him and Brett, and bring him along with us with Brett and with Adventure Fitness, and it's been amazing. And we started talking, and just instantly became like.
What's Adventure Fitness?
So AdFit or Adventure Fitness. So is Brett Stewart's thing with Motoring Guide. So we build obstacle courses for schools, ROTC courses, home and businesses, everything. You can name it. We go out and build permanent courses or temporary courses for different people.
How long have they been doing that?
We've been doing it for officially, like really pushing it since right before COVID, like the year before. But it's been really kicking off after COVID.
Did you start that with them, or is that something they picked you up for?
Brett was already having a thing going on, and just had random people like kind of doing it, but they didn't really know what they were doing, and it wasn't building quality. It was kind of like, what everyday person would build in the backyard at the time, Whereas now we're building stuff that's gonna last forever. I mean, everything's made out of 6x6s.
Yeah.
We don't even use 4x4s or 2x if we can help it. So
and Sid makes me carry all the 6x6s.
Yep. He carries them like a mad pan too. He like runs around with them. But anyway, so we started talking, and me and David started chatting, and David was like he's just like me. So he was like quick to say like, let's just do this, let's just do this, and let's just do this. And of course, me with my stuff, I'm an extremist. So as soon as we started getting things going, it went really fast. It was like an instant love triangle.
It really was. That's hilarious.
Which one is that?
I love Sid's description of it. It's
Which
so
kid is
accurate.
I think Jason's muted.
Oh, Jason's muted. That's cool.
Now we got a second child on the podcast. Say hello.
Yeah, so like
what's
the
up,
funny thing
man?
is that I mean, I've worked with Brett. Hey, what's up?
All right,
just wait till Sarah's 4 kids run in. That will not be quiet. We got about 30 minutes till they do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's just funny because I've worked with Brett, several times way back in the day when I was with CTG and all kinds of different projects with OCRWC and USOCR down in Texas. And so we were always, staying in touch and stuff. And then he has his AdFit company, which they do, like Sid was saying, events for kids, permanent builds and stuff. And I had never met Sid, and I knew of his race, but we were Facebook friends, but I didn't know anything about him before. And then he reaches out and talks to me. I can't remember. I think we were already friends online, obviously, but we'd never talked before, really. Had we, Sid? I don't think we had ever spoke until a couple.
No, not really. I think we talked for like a brief moment.
We had said hey a few times.
Yeah.
And that was like it.
But that was about it.
And then Sid messages me, and he's like, "Hey, dude, what's up, man? You want to come work and do this build?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely. What's up? Tell me about it." And him and Brett get me on board, and we go down to Laredo, Texas, which is way down south, as you guys know. In December, that was in December, and we get in this. It was just like a kind of a cool, surreal thing. I think neither of us had got to do any OCR builds. I guess Sid you had something in March, right, in 2020, and I had one thing in March in Houston in 2020. But then everything shut down, so we had been OCR deprived, which is not something you want to do for the extremists, you know. And so me and Sid got
Yeah.
together down in Laredo. We were in this awesome Airbnb, like like has like a crazy like pool and lights and all this stuff. We're just sitting around chilling at night and just talking about OCR this, OCR that, build this, you know, crazy ideas. And then, you know, we actually started at some point organizing it all and being like, this needs to be a thing, man. It's like they should have never let us meet.
Correction, David organized it all.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just kept spitting out stuff.
Kids, that's our system. The thing is, we're perfect for each other because Sid says it and I write it. So it's neat. It's really a neat connection for that, even just that alone.
So it literally just came out of y'all talking and saying, "Hey, we need to do something."
Yeah, I mean, and I was like, well, because like I had heard of Battle OCR, especially because once we started doing Conquer the Gauntlets in Dallas and Houston, and even in Atlanta, everyone was like, "Oh man, this thing is right in Louisiana," and I was like, "Well, I don't know if I've ever been to Louisiana." You know, like I'd driven through, but you know, had no reason to go down there, especially for an OCR when I was building my own. So we just never got together because we were both so busy building other races. And then we just were like, okay, battle, okay, lions. What do we do? I think Sid's actually the one who he came up with the Battle of the Lions, like Battle of the Lions. I was like, yes. Are we battling each other? Like we took a while to figure that part out, but yeah, Sid just like started talking, and I started coming up with ideas and writing it all down.
Yeah. And so basically what the concept the starter concept we came with it was that, okay, well, we're still going to do Battle OCR. Battle OCR is going to be the big one where, you know, I'm going to be crazy with it. But then we're going to start doing these traveling ones that we could break down all the obstacle ideas. Because if I have all the obstacles I can come up with in one race, that's just too many obstacles for one race to handle. So it was like, let's just break it up in these different
We can't afford that.
and do this cool little concept. I don't think any event can afford all my obstacles.
No, no one can.
The amount of labor it would take.
The concept is very unique in the fact that y'all have these different races as of now that are each their own theme almost of a style of obstacle racing.
Yeah, it's like my favorite part about the whole thing that we put together.
I do want to clarify that not every race is going to be like the grip race. It's not going to be just grip. That's just the theme for it. So like the obstacles will be themed more towards grip, but it won't be just the grip course. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So like you're still gonna have a brute force carry, but that carry might be changed up dramatically for each event.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
Very
want to
cool.
take the concept of that we put together, you know, the grip, the strength courses, and because normally you're like, okay, well, we need to have a grip elements in this course, so you know, let's make them really tough, really elite level. Normally, it's going to be overhead, elite grip stuff. So what we wanted to do is instead of having it be something that very few percentage of people can do, have it more be along the lines of something where you know what you're training for, and you can come in and have different concepts, not just overhead grip, but you know, grip endurance, grip power, you know, grip strength as you're moving forward, you know, with something underneath your body or whatever. So we're going to take, it's not just going to be, you know, rigs. It's going to be using grip in many different ways. So that's how all the courses are going to be. It's not just going to be the 1%ers. It's going to be a fun course that you train for and that you come out and that you crush it.
Okay, cool. And so what are the 4 different styles? Is grip, strength,
endurance, and then the last one is going to be like it's going to be a standard of a ton of obstacles.
So the standard's going to basically you have your three themes, and the standard's going to be basically just singular obstacles. So like a rope climb is going to be a rope climb. It's not going to be a rope climb with something else. It's going to be just single obstacles. But then the add on to that is we're going to let the participants add on and pick obstacles to bring.
Oh, wow. When y'all say it's going to be each additional person on top of that, it's going to be another obstacle. You're saying the participants are going to get to choose what those are?
Yeah. So my thought so the way I was thinking about, like Sid was saying, he came up with all these ideas. We both came up with all these ideas, and then I was the one who really had to kind of write it all out and try to organize it. And so, what we wanted with the standard course is, you know, I mean, from everyone from Spartan to Battle Frog has all these arguments. What should be in an obstacle course? What is the standard? What what do you want to see at every course? What do you love about a certain course that you did, et cetera, somewhere? So, you know, what we want to have is we're going to have what we think are solid 20 or whatever number standard obstacles that you just really want to have at an OCR. Like you said, a rope climb, you got your crawl, you got your carry. But then we want to know, what do other people want to see in a course? And so we have it on the website where you can go on and you can select anything you want. You can give us a note. So you just click the button and you can type in any number of obstacles that you want to see. And basically we're just taking a poll and we want to know, what do you guys love? What do you guys not love? Which is the main concept of the entire thing, is that we want to build races that people love to do. Because we love to do it, So with the standard, you get to
Yeah.
select your obstacles, and then every time we get 100 more registrations, we're going to pick a popular one from the list and put it in the course with no limit. So if we have 10,000 people, we'll have a lot of
Is
obstacles.
that in the registration page?
Yeah, well, it's on the event page on the website. It's just on the main Little Rock page. You just, right at the top, you can click the button and put in your votes basically for what you want to see.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the
That's
thing is,
cool.
as we sat around and talked about all this, we came up with a ton of like stuff like that. So if you go to our website, you're going to be pretty entertained as you go through it, because there's so many fun little pieces like that we're trying to make it something that obviously engages people.
You would be entertained. People for me that don't read aren't entertained.
And whatever.
We just want to know and show
There's
up.
No, that's fine. There's a ton of awesome pictures and just all kinds of other stuff too. I just mean fun stuff you can click on and send us your info.
Yep.
Oh, we have a place for song requests as well. We just have all kinds of stuff like that. We want to make it fun. We're tired of it. We're tired of it being so serious.
I've been trying to edit and change my website for Battle OCR for like the last 5 years, and it never gets finished because I don't like typing stuff on it. But you just got done everything that I tried to get done in a couple months.
So is David the website guy?
It was more like 2 weeks. But
David
yes.
is every admin marketing type deal you do. Yeah, he calls me and
That's awesome.
he's like, "You like? What do you think about this idea?" And I tell him what my idea is, and then he gets them done.
Yeah, I like our
Very cool.
that's a cool thing about our thing, is that it's not just a race series. It's so many other things, but the basis of it is just guys that love OCR, and that can come from very different backgrounds and very different skill sets. And Sid's a much better builder than me, obviously, and obstacle designer, and I'm a much better writer and all these other things. So we take our concepts and take our skills and mesh them together. So Sid will be designing all the courses. I mean, I'll help obviously, but he's going to design course obstacles, and I'm going to be running ads, promotion, marketing, admin stuff. So team admin is me, team build is Sid, and we got a lot of other people that are helping as well, and that are on the team. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to the Battle of the Lions, man.
I think so for people that know Battle OCR, probably the coolest thing about this is Battle OCR, while Sid has his strengths, he also has his weaknesses, and probably his biggest weaknesses is some of the logistics. And so, while that was the complaints about those races that people had, now seeing him teamed up with somebody who's got logistics down is super exciting. I mean, that's something we've been saying for a long time. Sid needs somebody to help him put all this together.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, I mean, I've never been to a Battle OCR.
We're gonna bring David in too for Battle OCR too. So Battle OCR is definitely not gone or whatever. We just wait until we have a bigger crowd. So that's gonna be like the
No.
finale. So so our theme with each one is they all got their own weapon. Because for me, all my my awards have always been weapons. So we themed it off of weapons, and then so the Battle OCR would be the shield, and so that's gonna be like the finale still. But I forgot where I was going with that. I got so many background noises.
Cool.
Well, it's going to be awesome because we've got the 4 courses. They all have their own, and they're all standalone events that are completely different. Like if you're running any series before, like CTG, Spartan, anybody, you show up and it's pretty much what you saw the last time. Hopefully, you got better at it. Whereas this is going to be 4 events that are completely different, literally from everything from the finisher shirt, the color, the sword. I mean, the weapon. So there's the sword, there's the spear, there's all the different pieces you're going to get. So everything is going to be totally different at each race, all building up towards battle, obviously. Well, and that's what I was going to say a second ago. Is there's no way one person can put on an OCR the right way, and so that's why it's great to have partners, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. And that is cool that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it probably takes a lot more time, but I mean, it sounds like you guys are having fun with it instead of just being like, well, this is the course, this is the how we do it, and that's the way we're sticking to it.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I've had a pretty rough year or so, especially in the OCR area. I mean, I had 30 events canceled last year, in 2020, and then, so many other things happening, and Sid wasn't able to do any of his battle stuff that he wanted to do. So we're tired of negativity. We're also kind of tired of the way the OCR has become so, clicky and serious in some ways, and it's not that we don't take things seriously, but we know how to do it in a fun way. So that's what we're going to be all about, is just getting out there and doing awesome things. That's what I want to do anyways.
Well, that's awesome. And I really do hope that, yeah, the cliques or the people who kind of stay clear of smaller races that they are unfamiliar with give this a chance and come out and just have fun because, I mean, like I said, we've got a great build guy with a great logistic guy, and I can't imagine it not being a great race.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
So you're saying it started out very simply. I mean, there really wasn't much to that story. Y'all just talked about it because y'all were working together, and then it just happened from there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, so we did the Laredo build, and so that was when we basically, you have to have that point where you both had to look at each other and go, can we even do this? Should we even do this? Are we going to do this? And so we kind of had that moment where we decided we would, and then we went straight from there all the way up here to where I live in Oklahoma, and we hung out for I don't know, almost a week, planning and talking and discussing and getting details together. And then we went back down to Dallas for a build at a house there, and that's where we really got a lot of the fun stuff kind of put together. Sarah, my girlfriend, came down, and we played Scrabble in the hotel. Just classic OCR stuff in a hotel, just coming up with ideas. Just chilling. You should see Sid play Scrabble, man. That dude makes up more words than you can imagine.
Scrabble is where it all began.
It really is.
We didn't seal the deal until we played Scrabble.
That is
Nice.
true. We took the hex concept from Sid, and then we kind of had the Scrabble thing going. So we were kind of almost making it to where those hexes are all like connecting, almost like a Scrabble board. Sid, talk about the family of hexes, bro.
So our hex idea, David kind of put it more together better, but the idea was that we have the hexagon of pattern, and so we have Battle of the Lions with the 4 concepts of hexes. Then we have Battle OCR with the hexes of Warzone. We got the hex of the full Battle OCR Pro. We got Open Heat, all those hexes. But then we also got the hex of Adventure Fitness. We're going to have branches off to like Frontline OCR and other OCR events that we're going to partner with. And we're going to grow this like community of OCR branded stuff. And it's all going to be like a family tree of hexagons.
Nice. Yeah, that's obviously not an easy thing to do. You could say it easily, but to make it happen will take a lot of work. But that's a really cool thing to, hopefully y'all succeed.
We want to kind of bring OCR back in a way to where like we're supporting everybody and everybody's coming together to, pushing each other. I mean,
for sure.
Yeah, we can have all these OCRs out there, or OCRs that are becoming big and getting rid of all the smaller ones. But then like not one OCR can visit every single state. We got to have our smaller events. We got to have our changes. Every OCR has its differences that makes it so great, Like if every OCR was exactly the same, that would just get so boring. I mean, nobody wants that.
Yep.
And especially
that's why you go to a battle OCR, because you never know what you're going to get.
Pretty much. You have no idea what you're going to get.
We took that whole tour concept that Sid has, because Sid every year he does a different tour with the battles. So we kind of take that concept and put it into what we're doing, and really behind the scenes of that is what we're saying is we're not trying to put on 60 races. We may not ever put on another battle OCR tour, or we might put on 1 million of them. But me and Sid are so invested in OCR, and after 2020, we're even strangely more so because it's the only thing we have really. And so Sid obviously builds for all these races already. He does OCRWC. I've done that before. So it's not, we're not trying to go out there and say, hey, what's up, race? I know you don't know us, but you want to become part of our family tree. So it's not is not trying to take things that aren't ours and make them ours. It's basically saying, hey, you guys probably never heard of this. Here's another thing that we do. You know what I'm saying? The Battle Alliance partnership is not a race series. It's me and Sid. And so we're gonna be wherever doing whatever. You know, so that's where we want to have that hex thing is, hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Frontline? You guys need to go to Frontline. Go check them out because we're not going to put a race on the same day as them. We're going to be there building and hanging out, you know? So all the different little races that are like that and OCRWC, everything. We just want to promote the sport.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like y'all aren't necessarily a CEO trying to take over the industry.
No, it's
You
ridiculous.
are just the guys that love it and want to do it, and so you're there to help whoever, because you're out building with other people. It makes perfect sense. That's
yeah,
pretty
and
cool.
I mean we know that everything is a cycle.
Yeah, so any other race directors listening, I mean, that's kind of like where we're at. Like, if me or David's hired to an event, basically you're part of the family tree. That's kind of what it comes down to. You know, like if we're at your event and we're a part of it, you're part of the tree. We want to support you. We want you to grow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I mean we already have 5 or 6 or 7 things lined up this year that we're going to have to go, or that we're going to go do and be a part of. So, you know, it's not like we are just coming up with this idea randomly. We already had all these contracts in place or these builds in place or whatever. So, you know, we might as well. It's going to help them more than it's going to help anybody.
Yeah, for sure. You know, thinking about the future. Well, before we talk about the future, think about the past. David, you started Conquer Gauntlet. You were with them for forever. Sid, you've got Battle OCR, and you're saying that's going to continue. David, you left Conquer Gauntlet some odd years ago to start the Young Lions, and that going really well before COVID hit.
Yeah, so I mean, as you guys know, it's funny because like back in 2011 and 12, OCR was so like it wasn't even called OCR. It was so different back then. So you know, in 2012, we put on our first races. You know, they were insanely different than things are now. And so then, you know, 2017, I moved on, started doing Young Lions kids only events. You know, in 2019, I think we did 20 or so cities, and we were really crushing it. And then all of a sudden, COVID hit, and we went from, you know, basically going into our first big profitable year to literally canceling everything. So that's where that's kind of how this came about. It's kind of funny because if that hadn't happened, I never would have ever met Sid. So it's kind of neat in a way because, you know, all these bad things have happened to all of us, and everyone's kind of coming to the point where they've had all these bad things happen because of COVID, and they're going, uh-oh. And I think it's time for us to all kind of go, what are we gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're gonna do next. So hope you guys want to come to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to fit really well. Like Conquer Gauntlet's a good example. They're only having one race this year.
Right.
Battle, you know, may have a race, but you guys are kind of filling a spot, a need at the moment. That's for sure. And you're saying that may continue, and it may not. You may not do any more events, but if there's the need, you probably will.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely do events. It's just we don't know what they're going to be exactly. You know, I don't want to kind of give away too much yet with that. Basically, I was just trying to say that, you know, our concept is we're the partners. They're going to go do whatever we're going to do. We're going to basically just flow with it. You know.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Well, what about Battle? What's to be expected? Is there any dates for this year?
Not yet. My other business partner, Rip. I mean, we just kind of trying to figure out the best time because here in Louisiana, I mean, there's no parks open and stuff yet. I mean, not really. So, like, I mean, this is kind of with Battle OCR. I need at least 1,000 to 1,500 people at minimum to even break even. So, you know, we gotta, you know, make sure the numbers are there. It would suck to try to put on an event and only 500 people sign up. You know.
Yeah. So it's still a possibility this year, but not a definite.
Yes. It's definitely a want, and I really want to. And I got a bunch of stuff I need to get money coming in to Battle OCR so we can pay off a few things and everything like that. So I really want it to happen. It's just that, you know, it's a matter of do we think we're going to get the numbers or not.
If people want to see a Battle OCR, they need to sign up for Battle of the Lions, and then that'll help us get a Battle OCR going.
Yeah, that's definitely. The more people we see at that, you will see a Battle OCR.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Is Battle OCR going to be a qualifying race for OCR Worlds? Battle of the Lions.
Yes. I haven't sat down with Rachel to go over logistics yet, so I don't know logistics of it yet. But yes, it will be.
Sid, I assume you'll be at Stratton Mountain for OCR Worlds.
Yes.
David, Can we expect to see you there?
Yeah, definitely.
Possibly,
absolutely.
yes.
I'll be there in
Awesome.
some capacity.
I gotta bring the new stairway there.
How definite can you say if it's going to happen or not?
I would say, as long as things don't get worse, it's gonna happen.
As long as they don't get worse.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good to hear. Very cool. Oh man. Yeah, it's been a crazy year, and y'all's news came at a funny time with this, and it's like, oh wow, it's this whole brand new thing. I think we're all pretty pumped about it. I personally, I actually was telling David earlier, I signed up for Spartan, Montana, because I had signed up for it last year and it got canceled. So I was just going to go, with my deferred race. And after this came out, it's like, God dang it, that's the same day, very first one, and it's in DFW, the same day as I was going to go to Montana. So I'm like 100% positive I'm going to defer that race and then come to Battle of the Lions and do a live stream for it as best I can.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
You gonna run it too?
Going. Yeah, I'll run after. I just won't run the elite.
Cool.
That's awesome, man.
Awesome. So out of doing all the battle OCRs you've done, what's one thing you would love to see at Battle of the Lions?
Oh, that's a good question.
The first one is the grip theme one, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I'd love to see. Shoot, I mean, y'all saying some really interesting stuff about these different ways to use grip, but I mean, just in its simplest form, I'm excited to see what type of interesting rigs you have. I mean, rigs are a lot of fun. So, you got any teasers?
Definitely some low rigs, right, Sid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So each course is going to have each course has its own like little name on the website, and so each course will also have a obstacle that is that course's unique obstacle that will never be seen, until that point. So, there'll be a complector grip obstacle
Cool.
that is just for that. So there'll be 4 brand new obstacles at the races that are just going to be for that race. So that'll be a cool thing. I think Sid has some really crazy ideas for those. 'Cause those will be the marquee piece of the race.
Yeah.
Nice. That's something that you don't get to see as much. Like, we used to go to races and there would be, there's always some mystery obstacles,
Yeah.
and you don't see that as much anymore. So that's exciting to hear that
I
y'all
really
do that.
try to do that for every event I help build at all, like
Mhm.
period. Like I want to every event I'm at, they're gonna have a new obstacle that's like a mystery obstacle. Like I tried to at Frontline too. We just ran out of time. But like any race we go to, if the budget's there and we can make it happen, I want to try to have this cool, unique thing. So with this concept, each of these races is gonna have this brand new obstacle that may or may not be at OCR Worlds too.
Very cool. I know OCR Worlds is going to be interesting for me, for barring it doesn't happen. I want to go, and I of course want to run the race too, but I also want to try and cover it. And then they come out with this news about Red Bull being a sponsor, and it's like, that's something that Red Bull does. Not that means they will do that there,
Yeah.
but it's a possibility.
Right.
So it's like, well, shoot, I might not have to if they're doing legit coverage, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And another thing we should go into and talk about is back to that family of OCR and the Hex stuff. The events, every one of the events has partners that we're connecting with and that we're really trying to we are making a huge part of the event. So, it's not just OCR races, it's Force 5, it's Endure Elite. So each race has a supplement,
Yeah.
has a gear sponsor. So we're trying to take those pieces, and those aren't just going to be sponsors that you see on the website and never again. They're going to be talked about a ton on the social media and the blogs, and at the race you're going to actually be using all the things that you used before at the event. So we're going to have obviously Force 5. We're going to have all the pieces, all the different connections that we have in OCR. We're going to use those at the events and try to make sure people know about those things as well. So it's not just race series and race directors.
Very cool.
It's trying to build the whole industry up. From all the different facets. Supplements, gear, all that stuff.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Super pumped about it.
What else?
What else, Sid?
Yeah, I know we're super pumped as well. Anything else you want to share that we hadn't mentioned yet?
Is Anna gonna try to make it down?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was hoping I could ask her when she got on today, but we'll see.
We'll have to put her on the spot.
So
at some
everybody
point.
listening to this needs a tag Anna
Yeah.
Landry and tell her to come down to Battle of the Lions.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got to make at least one of them.
If we get 100 tags to Anna's Facebook, we will give away a free entry.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
That's awesome. What was I going to say? I don't know.
I can put that out there.
That's awesome. One of the funny things is a lot of people have been asking me, oh man, I don't know if anyone's going to be doing these races anymore. Oh, is OCR dead? And it's like that's just like such a funny concept and a funny question, like from people who, they've maybe done some races, but they've never been in charge of one. So I just kind of want to answer that in a way that basically says that's kind of crazy. Sid and I both have more work than we could even ask for almost this year in OCR. At least I have an insane number of kids events I'm doing. I have a local thing that's blowing up. We have all the builds with AdFit as well as the Battle of the Lions. And like just looking at the analytics, for the past 2.5 weeks of promotion, people are dying to do OCRs. They're just not sure if they should sign up because what if it gets canceled? So there's that
Yeah.
there's that looming question that everyone's wondering about. But I've never seen as many people going on websites before. They just need to have the confidence to pay, and that's something that from a back end perspective, from being owners, that's our job to get out there and to start putting on stuff and saying, hey guys, we're going to do this. It's happening.
Yeah, that's a cool insight to see. We feel like, yes, we want to race, but to hear analytic wise that that desire is there.
Yeah, there's such
That's
a
awesome.
desire to do almost anything outside right now because it's the safest kind of place to do things. And so people who love OCRs, we just need you guys to be confident that we're going to get back out there. We've been putting on events, in the fall and spring or fall and winter this year. And so these are definitely going to happen. The only thing that's going to, the worst thing that could happen is that people don't want to do them and they already are wanting to do them. So we're set. We just need them to pay. We need them to register, all the OCRs, Spartan, everybody. You can tell by their ads. You can tell by all the analytics on stuff that you can look at. People are dying to do things. They're just not sure if they should pay. And so it's kind of a chicken and the egg scenario. If you guys will pay, we'll put them on.
Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable signing up, and then it gets deferred, and you deal with it later. And obviously, that's not the case for everybody. But if you've got the money, then sign up so it can help make it happen.
Especially stuff that's going to be coming up in this summer. I mean, that's all that stuff's gonna take place. We have all the measures in place. It's not going to be a huge event, so these things are going to go down.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. What do you got, Sid?
Sid, you got anything else, man?
Man, that shirt looks so good.
Oh, dude, did you see my Instagram post or Facebook post about my in my bathroom, my shower curtain and my floor mat?
No,
I did not.
You hadn't seen it?
No.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna go look at it.
So we have and me and Anna will plug this stuff when we record our intro or whatever. But we have a threadless store where you can get. Hang on a second, got a kid coming. Is this an emergency?
Are you in a closet?
It's a green closet, man.
I'll help you later. Okay.
Is that a closet?
Yeah, this is my recording closet, man.
Nice.
That's awesome. It's about to get loud in here. We're about to have 4 kids.
Okay, we'll wrap up pretty soon here. What was I talking about?
Your Instagram post.
No, your curtain. Your Instagram post.
Oh yeah. We have a threadless store, which is a kind of like you don't have to order anything yourself. They just you make the designs there and they make it to order.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
So the OCR report has all of us, Obstacle Run Adventures, OCR Coven, OCR Report, World's Toughest Podcast. All those podcasts are on there with all of our different merch.
Oh man, that's cool.
And they just have some weird stuff. So they have shower curtains. So I bought one, and it's kind of awesome. So it's just big black shower curtain with OCR talk across the front of it.
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
Sid, before I do let you guys go, you are designing your obstacles in what now? SketchUp?
I'm using Fusion 360.
You are? Dude, how come you didn't tell me?
I don't remember. I don't know. But
he doesn't know.
That's the program that I told you
about.
Yeah,
it is. Dude, I'm getting so good at it now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When did you start? How did that come about?
I'll send you some of my new drawings. I think you recommended it. That's who recommended it, you. And
well, what made you finally buy it, and like how'd you start learning
I was
it?
playing with like 3 or 4 different companies, and I just didn't like how to navigate on all the rest of them. Like on Fusion 360, it seems like the way to like to move the obstacle and turn it around and all that fun stuff just seems simpler and easier to do. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, dude, I can absolutely give you some
Only
tips
thing I
and
don't
help you out
only
with
thing
some
I don't
stuff.
like is when I make something, if it accidentally gets stuck together, like I can't figure out how to get them stuck. Like if you make something and it joins together,
I can probably help you with
yeah.
that.
So then I end up like redoing everything because I get so
I love
aggravated.
it.
But yeah,
Okay.
I almost
Yeah, we're gonna get together and I'll help you get your
I
workflows down.
almost have all my scaffold pieces made on it.
Oh, that's
That's
amazing.
awesome. You're making a
Yeah,
library.
I'm making a library so that way I can just start throwing it together real quick.
Very cool. Yep. That's I had actually started building something for him I think I was doing it in Inventor, possibly, but I told Sid all about Fusion 360 and Inventor and tried to get him to use it. And that was 3-4 years ago, I think. I forget how long
And
ago
I
it
was
was.
messing back and forth with it for a while, and I was trying to do SketchUp because SketchUp's nice because you can pre-download like already existing stuff. It makes it so much easier. But I just didn't like how to navigate on it. Like I just didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just didn't work good for me.
Well, pretty much anything you can download and put in SketchUp, you can put into Fusion
Oh, really?
360 too. So
That's cool.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
I mean, anything you can get a step file for or convert it or something.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'll help you out with that.
Nice.
See, OCR helping OCR.
You just want to see some secret obstacles.
Yeah, he does.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I kind of was curious from a CAD reseller perspective. I was kind of curious: is there a market here? Is this something that the OCR scene is not doing that they should be doing? Because
I think
mean,
every race director should have Basecamp app and Fusion 360.
nice.
I think those two are a must for
Very
race
cool.
directors.
All right, bro.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
let's schedule some time and hop on a screen share.
Yeah, definitely. You ever heard of Basecamp?
Yeah, like a project management type thing.
Yeah, that thing's amazing. OCL Worlds uses it, and that's where
Yeah.
I got the idea from Adrian. And
Oh,
dude, it's
right on.
amazing.
Very cool. Very cool. You know, you can invite me to your Fusion 360 projects and I can jump in and see,
Oh yeah.
obviously don't give me any access to secret stuff,
No,
but
I just did that with
Cool.
Brett the other day. So yeah, that's cool. I can do that with you too.
cool.
I'm starting to make
That's awesome.
like 3D projects for all of our AdFit builds for Brett.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So like our course we did in Dallas just recently with
We're going to South Carolina next month.
To do another one of those.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going way out to South Carolina next month. See, we have a build we have
Nice.
several builds going already this year.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys websites battleofthelions.com?
Yep.
Is it the Battle of the Lions?
No, it's just battlealliance.com.
Okay.
No the.
What else? Anything else you want to say or plug?
No, man. I just get the early bird sale is ending Sunday, so if people, I think, are we going to send this out tomorrow on Friday, right? So yeah, people go sign up. If you just use the promo code BOTL, so bottle BOTL all caps, you'll get your discount. Get out there and do it. Let's go.
Sweet.
Well, awesome. I'm good, man. It sounds good to me.
All right. Thank you guys so much for talking to me. Really appreciate it.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
get
you,
on
man.
some
It's
more
great.
too when we get some final thoughts together. When we get some final obstacles together and stuff.
Awesome.
We'll do some announcement with you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys.
Cool, man. We'll see you soon.
Declan, you want to say hello?
No.
Bye.